In a seeming campaign of cruelty, Republican-controlled states have spent this year rolling back rights, particularly for disenfranchised communities. But in Minnesota, where Democrats control the governor's mansion and both chambers of the state legislature after winning a state Senate seat by just 321 votes last November, a Minnesota miracle is unfolding as they make progress on a whole host of issues, from protecting abortion rights and new gun safety measures to expanding access to the ballot and reducing child poverty. Joining me now is the governor of the great state of Minnesota, Tim Walz. Governor Walz, great to see you again. Thank you for coming to the Sunday Show.
Great to be with you, Jonathan.
So before we delve into your state's impressive legislative session, I want to get your thoughts on Trump's indictment and upcoming arraignment on Tuesday.
Well, it's tragic, I guess, in so many fronts. But look, I say this, Jonathan, after a couple decades in the military, serving in Congress for a decade or so, we all know the rules. We know what's acceptable on this. And I think, the former president will get all due process. He'll be innocent until proven guilty. But this is what we're talking about now, rather than talking about improving lives. Out here in Minnesota, we're trying to figure out how to feed our kids, how to improve our schools, and how to innovate for the future. So justice needs to be served, and none of us are above the law. And like I say, I think the rules are clear.
So, Governor, the list of accomplishments for this recent legislative session is impressive. Democrats codified abortion rights, paid family and medical leave, sick leave, transgender rights protections, driver's licenses for undocumented residents, restoration of voting rights for people when they're released from prison or jail, wider voting access, and adopted background checks for private gun transfers, and a red flag warning system to take guns from people deemed by a judge to be a threat to themselves or others. And that's just a few of the things done this session. The question is, how did you get that done?
Well, first and foremost, incredible legislators with a vision. And I think a recognition that when you look at this list of things, these are things that improve lives. While we're watching around the country shrinking of rights and demonization of people, we're trying to figure out how to make sure we can reduce childhood poverty. The Republicans keep talking about, well, so many extreme things happen. Good luck making that case that women shouldn't make their own choices, or that we shouldn't feed our children in school, or we shouldn't get the lead and the forever chemicals out of our water. I think this is just, and I would make the case, Jonathan, that, the Minnesota miracle refers back to the 1970s when Minnesota kind of exploded onto the scene, home to Fortune 500 companies, high quality of life, great schools. But it's a sad state of our political affairs that list of things you put on there should be viewed as a miracle rather than just the things that people are asking for. Those are all very popular things. Paid family and medical leave. My goodness, if you have chemotherapy on Fridays, you should be able to go get that done. Or if you have a child, spend some time home with them. We know what the research shows, what happens with that child bonding with parents. So I think it was just a realization of a pent-up desire. And to be honest, I'm in a neighborhood where, a governor next door to me this week made the case that a rainbow on a T-shirt at Target is destroying our democracy. That's nonsense. That's just insane. And I think most people here in Minnesota agree.
Are you talking about the governor of North Dakota?
South Dakota. They are a little different. The governor of North Dakota, I guess, is running for president after a 6-week abortion ban. So we're in a neighborhood where I've been saying it's an island of decency, an island of sanity, of approaching things that we had the good fortune of being able to take for granted that women would be allowed to make their own reproductive rights. We're seeing a march against this, of bigotry and hatred. And I think here in Minnesota, legislators and the citizens of Minnesota said, that ends at our borders. Let's be a beacon. And I got to tell you, it's happening in Michigan with Gretchen Whitmer. It's happening in Colorado with Jared Polis. It's happening with J.B. Pritzker. Elections have consequences. And when we put folks in who are more focused on improving lives than railing on woke corporations, you get real results.
Governor, are you worried that Republicans will be just as aggressive if they retake control of the state government?
Maybe, but they won't do that because I think the issue here is you're going to go out there and campaign that we should allow guns in our schools more so. Look, I'm a hunter and a veteran. I can outshoot those guys. I own guns, and none of the things we did impedes that right. It's not a Second Amendment argument. So they're railing on that. They're railing that we should have had bigger tax cut for millionaires when we've got the most aggressive child tax credit in the country. We have already the 5th lowest childhood poverty, and we're going to make it the lowest. Those are things that are going to attract businesses, let people live here. And again, it's a very Midwestern value. Mind your own dang business. This idea of demonizing our transgender children. We welcome folks here. We've always welcomed folks. I'm going to go over and celebrate Minnesota's Refugee Day today. We are a state of immigrants, and we celebrate it.
I think you just coined a new state motto for Minnesota. Mind your own damn business. Governor Governor Tim Walz of the great state of Minnesota. I was there yesterday. I'm going back after the show. Thank you very much for coming to the Sunday Show.